Let's face it, there's nothing quite as frustrating as feeling like your own children are ignoring you. You've spent years nurturing, sacrificing, and pouring your heart into their growth. And now, it seems like your words are floating through the air unnoticed. Sound familiar? You're not alone. This is one of the most common yet emotionally taxing challenges parents face. The knee-jerk reaction, anger, maybe a raised voice or a long lecture. But does that work? Not really. Instead, it often escalates the situation, leaving you feeling even more disconnected. But here's the good news. There's another way. In this video, we're diving into a 6-step Stoic-inspired strategy designed to help you handle these situations with grace and confidence. No shouting, no guilt-tripping, and no losing your cool. Just clear, actionable steps you can apply immediately to restore peace in your household and rebuild a deeper connection with your children. So, if you're ready to turn frustration into understanding, grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's get started. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Training so you don't miss more insights like this. Let's go. Step 1. Keep your emotions in check. Picture this. You're in the kitchen preparing dinner and you call your child to set the table. You call once, then twice, but the only response is the sound of their phone or the TV in the living room. A wave of frustration begins to rise, like a flickering flame ready to ignite. This is the critical moment to check your emotions, because if anger takes over, it often leads to conflict and words you might regret later. Stoic philosophy teaches us that controlling emotions doesn't mean suppressing them, but consciously channeling them. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that your calmness is your greatest weapon. When you remain composed, you not only avoid unnecessary conflict, but also send a powerful message to your child. I'm in control of myself. Your child will sense your emotional stability, prompting them to reflect on their behavior. Your calmness isn't just a tool to diffuse tension in the moment. It's a profound life lesson. When your child sees you handling situations with poise and rationality, they learn that strength comes not from shouting or retaliation, but from managing challenges with self-control. This lesson in emotional intelligence will stay with them for a lifetime. Remember, keeping your emotions in check doesn't mean ignoring them. On the contrary, it's about acknowledging feelings like anger or frustration and transforming them into tools for positive solutions. For example, instead of yelling when your child doesn't respond, you could approach them, gently tap their shoulder and say, "I need your help right now." This approach not only resolves the issue, but fosters a more constructive dialogue. By managing your emotions, you safeguard your relationship with your child and protect your mental well-being. Words spoken in anger can leave long-lasting scars, while those spoken from a place of calm and love build trust and respect. Over time, your child will learn to mirror this calmness in handling their own challenges, improving not only their relationship with you, but also with the world around them. Be the guiding light for your child, not just through words, but through actions and your steady demeanor. Every moment of calm is a step closer to a healthier, deeper relationship with your child. On this journey, your composure is the greatest strength you can offer to both your child and yourself. Step 2. Show understanding without giving in. Once you've regained your emotional balance and control, the next step to strengthening your relationship with your children is to show understanding without giving in. This doesn't mean ignoring disrespectful behavior or allowing yourself to be overrun. Instead, it means looking beyond the surface to uncover what's truly driving your child's actions. Before asserting authority or delivering sharp criticism, take a moment to reflect on the root cause of their behavior. Children's actions often stem from suppressed or unprocessed emotions like insecurity, anxiety, or frustration. A boy who snaps and refuses to cooperate might not be showing disrespect, but reacting to a tough day at school. A teenage girl slamming her door after an argument may not hate you, but could be struggling with feelings of loneliness or uncertainty. Understanding doesn't mean condoning poor behavior. It means being willing to explore the emotions behind it. When you approach the situation with empathy instead of anger, you signal to your child that you care not only about what they do, but also about how they feel. This can not only de-escalate immediate tensions, but also create opportunities for meaningful and honest communication. Picture this scenario. Your child yells in frustration because you've forbidden phone use during dinner. Instead of snapping back or punishing them on the spot, consider what's causing such a strong reaction. Perhaps they feel pressured by social expectations or don't know how to process their emotions. Sitting down to calmly talk with them not only shows concern, but also teaches them that conflicts can be resolved without escalating into a shouting match. Stoic philosophy teaches us that not every behavior warrants an immediate reaction. True strength lies in self-control, taking a broader perspective, and focusing on building lasting relationships rather than winning a single argument. By demonstrating empathy and understanding, you not only maintain your authority, but also lay the foundation for mutual trust and respect. Understanding without yielding also means setting clear, consistent boundaries. You don't allow your child to disregard or overstep limits, but you also show them you're always willing to listen and support them. This balance helps resolve current conflicts and fosters a deeper and more meaningful parent-child relationship. Over time, your child will learn from you how to manage emotions and face life's challenges. They will see that you're not just a disciplinarian, but also a trustworthy confidant, someone they can turn to in moments of confusion or hurt. Your empathy, paired with your firmness, will become the bridge that helps you and your child navigate challenges together, building a foundation of respect, trust, and mutual understanding. Step 3. Set clear boundaries calmly. In every parent-child relationship, boundaries serve as a framework that not only guides a child's behavior, but also creates an environment of respect and clarity. However, how you establish and enforce those boundaries is just as important as the rules themselves. For boundaries to be truly effective, they need to be communicated calmly and assertively, without threats or anger. Imagine you have a teenager who consistently ignores curfew and comes home late. Instead of yelling or imposing severe punishments, sit down with them and explain the reason behind the curfew. You might say, "The curfew is 10 p.m. to ensure your safety. If you come home late again, you'll lose access to your phone for a week." This approach isn't about punishment. It's about natural consequences that are fair and directly tied to their behavior. When you communicate boundaries calmly, children not only understand, but also feel that these limits are set to protect and support them, not to control them. Clarity and consistency provide children with a sense of security within the family structure, helping them recognize that rules exist to guide, not to unnecessarily restrict freedom. Consistency also teaches children an essential life lesson. Actions always come with consequences, and they must take responsibility for their choices. Boundaries aren't just for children, they're for parents too. They help parents avoid unnecessary emotional battles. When you establish boundaries with calmness and confidence, you no longer need to struggle with guilt or frustration when children cross the line. Instead, you have a clear plan in place, avoiding emotional conflicts while maintaining composure, even in challenging situations. Boundaries also serve as essential life lessons. When children understand that their actions lead to consequences, they develop self-discipline. For example, when they know coming home late means losing phone privileges, they'll gradually learn to make better decisions without constant supervision. This self-discipline benefits them not only at home, but also in social and professional relationships as they grow older. More importantly, when you set boundaries, you're modeling emotional maturity and balance. You show children that it's possible to be firm without being aggressive and decisive without losing control. True strength lies in maintaining your values and expectations calmly and confidently. Over time, children will begin to mirror these behaviors in their relationships and conflict resolution, building their confidence and emotional regulation. However, boundaries aren't static. As your children grow, their needs and responsibilities evolve, and your boundaries should adapt accordingly. This flexibility not only makes boundaries more effective, but also sends a vital message. You're not setting limits to control them, but to support their growth. Inviting children to participate in discussions about boundaries as they mature fosters a sense of cooperation and shared responsibility, laying the foundation for a healthy, respectful relationship. By setting boundaries calmly and consistently, you teach children the value of respect and accountability while fostering a harmonious family environment where everyone feels safe and valued. This is how you nurture a lasting and loving relationship with your children. Step 4. Set the example you want to see. Children are like mirrors, reflecting the behaviors they observe in their surroundings, especially from their parents. They learn far more from what they see than from what they hear. While words can guide them, it's your actions that leave the most lasting impression. If you want your children to respect you, start by showing respect to them. If you expect them to listen to you, demonstrate that you're willing to truly listen to them. Imagine this. You come home after a long day and your child is visibly upset. They're not just paying attention to what you say, they're closely watching how you react, how you handle the stress, how you deal with frustration. If you maintain calm and patience, you're not only teaching them how to resolve conflict, but also modeling how to face life's challenges with composure and confidence. No one expects you to be perfect. In fact, striving for perfection can create unnecessary pressure for both you and your child. Instead, focus on consistency. Small but steady actions, like keeping your promises, apologizing when you're wrong, or listening sincerely, have a far greater impact than any fleeting attempt at perfection. If you want your child to know how to apologize, show them by owning up to your mistakes and making amends. If you want them to practice patience, model it in how you respond when they misstep. Here's a simple example. If your child raises their voice in a disagreement, instead of shouting back, maintain a calm and firm tone. By doing so, you're showing them that emotions don't need to spiral out of control to resolve conflict. Your calm demeanor becomes a model for maturity that they will emulate over time. Your actions don't just shape how your child behaves at home, they also influence how they conduct themselves in the wider world. The respect you display within your family lays the foundation for how they'll treat friends, teachers, and later, colleagues and partners. When your child sees you consistently practicing honesty and respect with others, they'll naturally adopt those values, not because you told them to, but because they've seen the benefits firsthand. Don't worry if you don't always get it right. Perfection isn't what your child needs from you. What they truly need is to see you acknowledge your mistakes and strive to improve. Those moments when you apologize after overreacting are opportunities to teach them that mistakes are a natural part of life, and that what matters most is how we correct them. Ultimately, when you model the values you want to instill, you're not just building character in your child, you're creating a solid foundation for your relationship with them. The trust between you and your child will deepen as they know they can rely on you as a consistent and inspiring guide. Your actions become a roadmap that helps them navigate life, teaching them to face challenges with integrity and self-respect. Living the values you want to see in your child isn't just good parenting. It's the greatest gift you can give them. A gift that will shape not only their character, but also the way they live and love throughout their lives. Before we move on to the next solution, if you're liking the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel with the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you enjoy this kind of content as much as I do, comment, "I love my children." Let's keep learning. Step 5. Create moments of connection outside of conflict. Every relationship, especially the one between parents and children, requires more than rules and control. A strong bond isn't built solely in moments of conflict, but is nurtured through calm, meaningful moments where deeper connections can be made. These moments become the foundation of trust, respect, and mutual understanding, soothing any tensions that may arise during challenging times. Picture a quiet weekend afternoon where you and your child are baking together. There's no rush, no pressure for perfection, just flour, laughter, and the sense of togetherness you both share. These moments, though simple, are precious threads in the fabric of your relationship. They not only create cherished memories, but also establish a safe space where your child feels loved and respected. Quality time doesn't have to mean grand gestures or extravagant outings. It can be as simple as a movie night, a walk in the park, or a family meal where everyone shares stories about their day. What matters most is your full presence in these moments. When your child sees that you're not distracted by your phone, work, or other obligations, they will feel prioritized and valued. Active listening is another cornerstone of building connections. When your child shares, whether it's about their day or their deeper worries, listen intently. This not only makes them feel heard, but also teaches them the importance of open communication. A child raised in a home where their voice is respected will naturally build respectful, meaningful relationships in their own lives. Creating moments of connection does more than strengthen your bond. It also diffuses tension during inevitable conflicts. When children feel loved and respected outside of disciplinary situations, they are less likely to act out and more willing to follow rules and boundaries. They understand that these guidelines stem from genuine care and concern for their well-being. A strong bond doesn't just benefit your family, it also equips your child with the skills to form healthy relationships in the future. When children learn respect, communication, and a sense of belonging from their family, they carry those values into friendships, work relationships, and partnerships throughout their lives. Stoic philosophy reminds us that presence and love are not merely words, but intentional, meaningful actions. Every moment you spend with your child, truly and sincerely, is a seed planted for their emotional growth, self-esteem, and capacity for empathy. This is how you become not just a parent, but a trusted guide in their life. Step 6. Give them space to reflect. When tensions rise between parents and children after calmly addressing the situation and setting clear boundaries, the next crucial step is knowing when to step back. Giving your children the space to reflect is not only an act of love, but also a wise strategy to encourage self-awareness and growth. Maturity doesn't come from reprimands or immediate demands for change, but from the self-reflection cultivated in moments of quiet. Picture this. After an argument with your child, instead of continuing to explain or persuade, you choose to step back, allowing them to face their feelings and actions on their own. This isn't abandonment, it's intentional permission. You're creating space for them to ask themselves, was what I did right? How did my actions affect others? These questions naturally arise when they're not under external pressure. For many parents, the desire to correct their child's behavior immediately can feel overwhelming. But pushing for an apology or forcing an immediate admission of guilt can backfire, leading to resistance instead of genuine change. Children need time to realize the consequences of their actions and understand why respect matters. By granting them space, you communicate trust in their ability to self-correct and grow. This space also sends a powerful message of respect. It's not a cold shoulder or punitive silence. It's an opportunity for children to realize they are being treated as individuals capable of thought and feeling. The quiet you provide can be the first step in helping them feel more responsible for their actions, fostering a deeper sense of self-awareness. Imagine your child retreating to their room after a conflict, not to avoid the situation but to process it. During this time, your words and lessons begin to take root. They don't feel pressured to change instantly, but are instead empowered to embrace the lessons you've shared. This is part of their growth journey, moving from obedience to understanding and internalizing the value of respect. Stoic philosophy teaches that growth requires patience and time, which is why this space is so vital. It allows children to explore their self-awareness, something that no amount of scolding can replace. When children come to their conclusions, the lessons resonate more deeply and hold lasting significance. Giving your child space to reflect benefits you as well. It allows you to maintain your calm, avoid unnecessary emotional reactions, and uphold your role as a rational and empathetic parent. You have the time to organize your thoughts and prepare for a more constructive conversation when your child is ready. When applying Stoic principles to parenting, remember that growth takes time and patience for both children and parents. Don't rush maturity, nurture it. By being patient and giving your children the space they need, you not only help them develop self-awareness, but also strengthen the bond between you. One built on respect, love, and understanding. Now that you've mastered the 6 steps to handle your children's disrespect calmly and effectively, let's dive into some final tips to further strengthen your relationship and enhance communication. First, remember that not every conflict needs immediate resolution. Sometimes, choosing not to engage with minor provocations is the wisest approach. This doesn't mean ignoring significant issues, but recognizing which situations truly require your intervention and which can resolve naturally. By letting go of minor irritations, you teach your children that not every moment needs to become a battle. Another powerful strategy is involving your children in family decisions. Giving them a voice in matters that affect their lives fosters a sense of belonging and accountability. It also reinforces the value of mutual respect and helps them develop problem-solving skills. Additionally, make it a point to recognize your child's progress, no matter how small. Parents often focus on negative behaviors, but acknowledging positive efforts can reinforce the behaviors you want to see more of. Remember, admitting your own mistakes is equally important. If you've overreacted or handled a situation poorly, apologizing to your children shows strength, not weakness. It demonstrates that growth is a journey you're on together. Finally, maintain a long-term perspective. Change doesn't happen overnight, especially within family dynamics. Each step toward greater calm, understanding, and respect is a vital step toward a stronger, lasting relationship. Don't be discouraged if results aren't immediate. Patience and consistency will yield significant rewards over time. With these final tips, you'll be better equipped to navigate daily challenges with greater ease, creating a harmonious family environment rooted in mutual respect. So, how will you respond the next time your children ignore or disrespect you? Now, you have the tools to manage these situations calmly and with emotional intelligence. Remember, staying composed, showing understanding without giving in, and setting clear boundaries will not only strengthen your relationship with your children, but also guide them toward becoming respectful, thoughtful individuals. We sincerely hope this content has inspired and helped you. If you found it valuable, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on wisdom and emotional growth. Share this video with anyone you think could benefit from it. See you in the next video. If you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell.